Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander, and now that we've got Dendro Traveler, it's about time that we return to the tavern to speak with Venti and Diluc about our next move concerning the Lyre der Himmel. And let's see. We do have a lot of events going.
Barbara's here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you.
Yes, getting Barbara will be a considerable step up for our account.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Let's see.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
Yep, we're gonna have to get to AR-20 to get Kale. But at the moment, I'm looking at doing a Dendro team, consisting primarily of Dendro Traveler, Kale, Barbara, and possibly Lisa for a bit of aggravate thrown into the mix. But we shall see. First, we actually have to get to AR-20. And we'll have to complete the main quest here in Mondstat regardless.
You're here.
I am indeed.
Wait, you're...
Oh. Why is the acting Grand Master here?
Well, first of all, I contacted more than one person. Secondly, she came here as Jean herself, not as the acting Grandmaster. A Jean you would never see, even as an honorary knight.
What a surprise. I heard about the Holy Lyre, but I never suspected it was you. So, the sound of the Holy Lyre can purify Storm Terror and return it to normal? Is that true?
That's right. Your honorary knight is putting themselves on the front line to try and resolve this Storm Terror issue. Now that's the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius I'm talking about.
Feels like we're breaking the law, though.
I understand this kind of absurd explanation is hard to believe. But we can ask the bard to play the song again to try and persuade...
I believe you.
To persuade our stubborn command... Wait, what?
Caught you flat-footed there, didn't it, Diluc?
I can't think of any reason for Dvalin's betrayal, given it was once one of the Four Winds. However, if it was poisoned in the battle over Mondstat all those years ago, and then corrupted by the Abyss Mage after it woke up, we can't really blame it. But as acting Grandmaster, I obviously cannot make such a statement publicly. Diplomatic pressure from the Fatui makes it hard for us to seek a peaceful resolution to the Storm Terror issue.
All the more reason to throw out the Fatui.
People would think I've lost grip on the gravity of the situation. That's why I can only do this in private.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Knights of Favonius. What surprises me is that you would believe an Outlander so easily.
My cautious and meticulous superior, even you trust him, don't you, sir?
I already told you not to call me sir. Never mind. We don't often get to work together after all.
Sir, is it?
Wow, this is really awkward.
I have a rough idea of where the Holy Lyre der Himmel is.
Nice recovery. She's really talented at changing the subject.
The conflict between Mondstat and Snezhnaya stems from the conflict between the Seven Nations and their respective gods. The cryo-gods Fatui seem to be after the animo god's power.
So they want to kill Dvalin. They seek to cripple Mondstat and the Animo God by extension.
Right. If the Knights of Favonius publicly prevented an attempt on Dvalin's head, then the only other way to affect the Animo God's power is to take the Holy Lyre.
The number of Fatui that have come to Mondstat is far from limited. I've already managed to coerce a few reports out of them.
Diluc has determined that the Holy Lyre is not being held in the Goth Grand Hotel. I imagine they don't want to leave something stolen in a place where it could be so easily found.
Paimon gets it. If too much of a scene gets made, then it becomes a big diplomatic issue.
Such is the diplomacy between the 7 nations. Outlander, ready to go?
Let's go.
Jean just said the Fatui are trying to take Dvalin's power for the Cryo God. I fear this might fall short of their true intentions. I think they intend to use Barbados' connection to the wind to draw him out. Just like Lisa traced the source of the storm to the temples.
The god of Animo? Hasn't been seen for more than 1,000 years. What makes you think that's their intention?
Oh,
Something to
Forget it. I don't like having to pry. Here, take this.
What is it?
A disguise to protect your identity. Put it on before you run into the Fatui. Unfortunately, there's still one of Mondstat's allies. At least that's the facade we're maintaining. Our actions are going to get them stirred up. Better to not implicate yourself on a personal level.
Disguise. Yes, I recall. The disguise amounts to a face mask. And not even... not even the sort of mask you would have to wear... well, for health reasons. Instead, it's literally just a mask covering the eyes. And that's about it. Glasses would almost be as good for concealing your identity. Ay ay. Alright, let's fast travel right quick. But yes, it is nice to see Jean and Diluc working together again. Pity it's such a rarity. Again, Amber says she would love it if Jean had proper support. And I dare say Diluc could provide it. Well, Varka might even rope him into being acting Grandmaster. That would be assuming that he could be convinced to rejoin the Knights in the first place, which is not damn likely. And now we enter the dungeon. Retrieve the Holy Lyre der Himmel. The treasure of Mondstat and the power of the Animo Archon will not simply be handed over quietly. Defeat the guards inside and take back the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Let's see, I think this team ought to work well enough for now. It still annoys me that I only have Noelle for a healer. But we need to finish the main story of Mondstat before we get Barbara, so onward. Let's see, if I remember correctly, the current banner is Yanfei, Razor, and... oh, looks like we get to play Diluc for a bit. And they even gave him the wolf's gravestone. Oh well. As I was saying, the current banner has Yanfei, Razor, and Shanling. So not exactly ideal.
Dodge this!
Okay. So none of those are healers. And even if I got absurdly lucky and somehow got a hold of Yelon or Emily, they're not healers either. So, no one that I could actively wish for at the moment would assist me in getting a good healer for the team. Ooh, interrogate, eh?
No! Don't eat me! You're human? The entire floor's defenses have been broken. I thought it was the Abyss Order attacking.
Well, I'm afraid this isn't going to go too much better for you. We have come for the Holy Lyre der Himmel.
How did you guys know the Lyre's here?
Well, thank you for admitting it. You're not very good at your job, are you?
The place it's being kept is locked up tight. If you're after the key, keep going further into the ruins, but don't come after me. I don't know which one of the guards has it, but I'm sure you can find the guards and find out for yourselves.
This guy looks like he's about to wet himself.
You just worry about yourselves. One of the 11 is already in Mondstat. Signora, when she gets her hands on you, she's gonna string you up and torture you. When that time comes, don't you dare say a word about me.
Would you mind giving me your name? So that it's the first thing out of my lips if I end up imprisoned by your Signora. I do not brook with cowardice or treachery, even from my enemies. Be gone.
Did he say Senora? What a strange name.
Number 8 of the 11 goes by the name Signora. The fact that the Fatui can run amok across the 7 nations like they do is entirely because of the 11. We need to act quickly before she gets wind of what's going on.
And thanks to her trailer, we know that Arlecchino has also visited Mondstat. And I will say, the first thought that came to my mind when I saw her in the Mondstat Cathedral was the immediate thought, get out of there. You do not belong there, wench. But yeah, no, I don't like Arlecchino. I think she's evil. But we'll see. I have a general disdain for all of the Fatui. So perhaps she'll be able to sway me, but having played some of the story quests for the Fatui, such as Child Tartaglia, for instance, yeah, his whole thing with his little brother didn't change my mind about Tartaglia being a monster. So I doubt that Arlecchino is going to be able to change my mind either, but who knows, maybe her story quest will actually pull my heartstrings, who knows. Hello there, oblivious fellow.
Who are you? How'd you get in here?
We are goodwill ambassadors from the Shnesno Mondstatian Association.
Never heard of that association before. What are you lot doing here?
Yeah, there's really no way this doesn't evolve into me fighting him. I'll just be to the point. We wish to borrow the Holy Lyre der Himmel.
That lie's way too obvious. You really haven't got anything better?
I didn't lie, though. I want the lyre. It's just neglecting to tell you that I won't be returning it.
And just how do you plan to borrow it?
Oh no, I'm not giving him 500,000 Mora. We'll recommend you to the association. Why not?
Think you can look down your nose at me, huh?
Yep.
The will of Snezhnaya is as solid as the permafrost. I will not yield.
Then you'll suffer.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Oh. You brought some friends.
Are you here to play with me? Let me amuse myself a little.
I must leave no...
Freeze!
Look at me.
He says the key isn't here. Shall we try another room?
I'm probably going to end up beating up all of the Fatui around here. So I'm wondering if I should just cut to the chase. Okay.
Seems like we've turned this room inside out. But no key. Time to move on to another room.
Nope, all we got for our trouble was a cabbage. Oh, and we almost fell down a pit. Granted, we dropped down into it intentionally a second later, but... tomato. No point using Dilute's firepower on these literal fire slimes.
Seems like we've turned this room inside out. But no key. Time to move on to another room. There's one room left that we haven't tried. Surely the key must be in there.
Either that, or they've absconded with it somewhere else. What do we have here? A timid guard.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Give up. No one's coming to rescue you.
Did you already beat all the other guards?
Yep. I kicked their butts, yes.
What? I'm not scared of you. A debt collector will come to my aid.
A debt collector? We both know you're making that up.
Fine. Not like I have a choice anyway. All right. You're free to go.
I'm free to go? Whoever said you get to say anything?
I have the key here. You can head in from the hall outside, but don't tell anyone that it was me who gave you the key.
I see. Well, fine. I'll leave you be. For now. Let's see, does everyone have a mask? Nope. So Diluc has one, and so does the Traveler. But nobody else. Oh well. Elevator.
Where did you rats scurry out from?
Ooh.
Senora's not going to tolerate this kind of interference in our affairs. So I'll be the one to take care of you. Save her the trouble of having to deal with you herself.
Surrender in allegiance.
Germinate!
Okay.
Dodge this! Can't run from death.
Ah, we have the lyre. And now you see a bit of the AoE potential of the Dendro Traveler. Even late game, he actually makes a relatively good sub-DPS. Though there are better options. But then again, there's a better option for literally everything.
Finally, the lyre is back in safe hands!
For now.
Where did that guy go, though? He was here a second ago.
Senora is going to end you. The songs bards sing of your demise will be so terrifying. The people of Mondstat will never sleep again for the nightmares they give them.
Big talk for a guy who still ran off in the end. Chicken.
Okay. Just making sure we don't have any treasure hidden away. Nope. So, onward. Okay, back to the tavern. Quickly, before anyone notices that we've been gone. That said, who would actually notice the Traveler coming or going? Considering that they are, well, an outsider, a perfect stranger to Mondstat, and thus has absolutely no patterns to speak of. No curriculum or schedule to speak of.
Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today.
Yep, I'm afraid Aether is a bit too young for the specials at the tavern.
Welcome back. This is the Holy Lyre. You managed to retrieve it.
We did indeed.
The pattern of flowing wind carved on the rosewood, and the strings still feel cool to the touch, too. The memories.
I guess you're not pretending anymore, are you? You announced yourself as Barbados to the priestess, and now you're just declaring it again to everybody who's here.
What do you think, Venti? Can you summon Dvalin?
Although this lyre is the real thing, I doubt that it's going to work. As you can see, the lyre has been through 1,000 years of history. Its animal power has run dry. In this condition, you couldn't play music fit for even D-Luke's tavern with it.
Bards fight to get on the stage of my tavern. Don't make assumptions.
Is that really important right now, Master D-Luke? And you! Did you just borrow the Holy Lyre to play music for drunkards to hear? What do you mean?
Anyway, we won't be able to call Dvalin with it. The lyre itself is fine, but the strings... You're up, Outlander.
I don't have specific skill in repairing instruments.
Relax, it's not broken. It's just that the intensity of its animo power has greatly diminished. Do you still have Dvalin's teardrop crystal with you?
I do.
Great! Try to use it on the Holy Lyre.
Very well, if you think it'll help. Okay, guess that did it.
It worked as expected.
This youthful glow.
Praising yourself? Really?
I was talking about the Holy Lyre.
Thanks to our traveler friend having purified the crystal, the Holy Lyre won't continue to lose power. That said, its power is far from replenished. It'd be great if we could get more tears.
Oh my, that last one. Can we make Dvalin cry by hitting him? Ugh. No. Well, how do we go about repairing the lyre without making Dvalin weep?
I can surmise that Dvalin will already be crying, suffering alone in some deserted place.
Dvalin.
Poor baby.
This is not something that an honorary knight can accomplish alone. I will mobilize the rest of the knights to assist.
Can you do that, though? I thought we were worried about the Fatui making a ruckus.
When you get the teardrop crystal, please let our honorary knight perform the purification process.
Very well, leave that part to me.
Heroes supporting each other and setting out on a journey together. How exciting! Let me come up with a song for you.
Is that all you're going to do? Just sing?
Wouldn't be much of a bard if I didn't, now would I?
You're so cheeky. You deserve an ugly nickname. Oh, Paimon knows. From now on, you'll be known as Tone Deaf Bard.
This search reminds me of a feud I once had with the Fatui.
Oh.
6 months ago, a thief stole treasure from the East Temple of the Four Winds.
Whoa, what was it? A cup used by Barbados?
No. Although if such a thing existed, it would be very valuable. Among all the relics they managed to dig up, one particular object was very rare. It was a vial which contained the Animo god's breath.
Relics come in every shape and form, huh?
Anyone with an eye for fine art would like to add this relic to their collection. Once word got out, the Fatui started trying to seek it out as well. They've made tons of counterfeits that can be found everywhere. In response, I just bought every one I could find, irrespective of its authenticity. We're still at it now. I've bought more than 2,000 fakes to date, and the Fatui are yet to find the real one.
Whoa, you guys are insane. So it means the real one must be out there somewhere on the black market, right? Paimon will give you a discount on them if she finds any, because Paimon's just great like that.
Sure, you can try to find the real one. I'll take what you find, even if they're fake. Once you're done, find me at the winery. I'll trade you a beer for every 20 you find.
One for every 20. Ay ay. Okay, looks like we have quite a few options going forward. So we'll start at the Thousand Winds Temple. And no, I don't want to talk to Six-Fingered Jose. Let's see, do I have any fast travel points nearby? Yes, I do. Okay, now we just need to get up to the temple. Ay ay. Having low stamina is quite annoying. Which actually does remind me. How many animoculi do I have at the moment? Oh, I've got 13. Well, let's use up those recipes right quick. As well as 8 Acquaint Fates. I guess I can do a 10 pull once I have the remaining 2. We'll go to the Statue of the Seven after we visit the Temple of 1,000 Winds.
Propagate!
We actually one-shotted a hilichurl. Not exactly impressive, but it is certainly a step in the right direction.
Freeze!
You're in for a little
Okay. Oh. Another ruin guard. This could be somewhat dangerous.
Cool it! Scatter!
You're in for a little shock.
As a good knight should.
Noelle can do some damage.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
But not as much as the Traveler can. Okay.
A reward on the road.
Ah.
Paimon didn't think we'd find Dvalin's tears in a place like this.
As knights, we are taught to hone our investigative skills.
Wow! Very impressive.
In my experience, the secret to finding what you are looking for is to never look for it in the first place. Don't think too much about it and don't search too hard. And before you know it, what you're looking for will appear right before your very eyes.
What?
Don't worry about it too much. The more flustered you become, the less likely you are to find it. Pay attention to what you see in your peripheral vision, and you might just stumble upon what you're looking for.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like that would work.
No, seriously, it does though. In fact, it's how I used to find my tortoise whenever he went missing.
Wait! You had a pet tortoise?
Yes, why? Something wrong, Paimon?
No, it's, well, just surprising is all.
Why?
Paimon can't imagine Jean having a pet tortoise. Surely you find it hard to imagine too, Master Diluc.
No, I don't. I had one too when I was a kid. What's so strange about it?
What? You too?
Well, they grew up in a rather similar culture. They both hail from Mondstat. Well, for all we know, tortoises are common pets in Mondstat. Not that it makes much of a difference, apart from Jean and Diluc having several things in common, including formerly being knights. Well, Diluc is still a knight. Well, Diluc was a knight. Jean still is one. And it probably wouldn't be surprising to him, since he might have actually known her when she actually still had the tortoise as a pet. Looks like we have a seal of some kind. And a bunch of Sele. Come on. Tried to grab the frog, and I got one. Almost said turtle. Ugh. We have someone with a quest for us again. But we'll leave them be for the moment. Right now, we're doing the main story. As well as anything I can get done quickly along the way.
Is this an answer from this world?
The kind, sure. Looks like there's multiple layers of a barrier here. Let me guess, it's gonna stop me climbing this. Yep. Yes, it is. Oh well. We can get the Animoculus later. Oh, it reminds me, I forgot to go and deliver the Animoculi I already have.
Right.
Scatter!
Oh well. Let's see, looks like we have one here in the camp.
Freeze!
Steady as stone.
Propagate!
Obviously, Kaya's not going to be worth much for breaking the ice shield.
Scatter!
Come a little closer.
Ooh, how'd I get frozen? Oh, it's raining, that's why.
Dodge this! Propagate! Is this an answer from this world?
And now... Looks like we're gonna have to swap over to Amber for a second. Otherwise, we can't activate
Leave it to me.
this pedestal. Ooh. Ah. And that was one of the barriers. Okay. So maybe I will grab that after all. We'll see.
Is
And
this
another
an answer
teardrop
from
of
this world?
Dvalin. Alright. So, now to find the last one. Okay. Oh, and there's another Animoculus way up there. Yeah, and because of where it is on the... well, that bit of broken roadway, or whatever that used to be, I can't climb directly up to it. I need another Sele. Looks like there's a sealed treasure chest over here. Will one Sele be enough, I wonder? Nope, there's a second one at least. Ah, the rain has stopped. And with the brightening of the air, I see the next Sele. Okay.
I'll keep this close.
Now there's a ruin off in the woods. Oh. A wind monstrosity again. I can't see.
Scatter!
No one escapes my sight!
Leave it all to...
And I neglected. Switch back to Lisa.
Cool it!
Oh, you got screwed over by standing on that spot, did you?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Ooh, I can hit him with Amber, but not for much damage. Okay. And now we have the Eagle's Gate. Recommended party level 18. Aether is at 40 right now, so it should be fine. Hidden teardrop in the heart of the jungle. The party has come to a secret ruin hidden deep in a jungle. One of Dvalin's powerful teardrops lies within. Head inside with Jean and D-Luke to track it down. And presumably Jean will be playable in this segment.
I'll keep an eye on you.
And having Amber, Kaya, and Lisa along means that a good chunk of the Knights of Avonius are all here with us. Oh. So it is not time for Jean. Oh well.
Right.
Interesting that we can actually climb in this dungeon. Because a lot of these dungeons prevent you climbing. Nope, although we can only climb where they want us to. Oop, and down we go. Okay.
Steady as stone.
Since I took a bit of a beating there, or rather I blew myself up, I'm going to be switching over to Noelle for a bit of protection and healing.
Scatter!
And one of our earliest Dendro core uses. Though admittedly not much of a use. Okay. Ooh. Geo platform. Interesting. This turned out to be a much larger area. For the expansive skybox, although not much of actual substance, not much we could actually visit, per se. Okay. Let's see if they're kind enough to give us a straight road. Okay.
Propagate!
I'm killing the mage first.
Oh, so.
I don't need him.
Leave it all to me. Time
Managing
to
to give all the enemies healing in the area. That certainly wouldn't help us.
Come a little closer.
Dodge this. Spring forth.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Steady as
Careful there.
Propagate.
Thought I saw a chest. Ah. Now a great big chest. That's our reward.
We're done gathering. That was hard.
It's too early to relax. We're still not done with Storm Terror. Besides, the Fatui could also be planning something.
Hey, Diluc. I heard that the
They
Fatui have
always-
recently proclaimed you persona non grata.
What an honor. Nobody was ever proclaimed persona grata by the Fatui anyway.
The Fatui? The diplomatic delegation from Snezhnaya? What have they got against Master Diluc?
The Fatui are a problem not only for the Knights, they also present a real threat to the whole of Mondstat. And when it comes to threats against Mondstat, Diluc is...
That's enough, Jean. You Knights are subject to too many restrictions. You can't directly confront this so-called diplomatic scum. Personally, I despise them. If I were to choose between eating a cryo slime alive or joining the Fatui, I'd prefer to be crushed to death by a meteorite.
Jeez, your wording is so very dramatic.
I'm in agreement with Diluc on this. As I said, I will never forget or forgive what Tartaglia does in Leeway. I shan't spoil it here, but I really don't care what the Tsaritsa's ultimate goal is. There is no forgiving what her agents have done in her name. Now then, I think we'll call it quits here for now. Did a fair bit. And we're nearing the end of the hour anyway. So, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play. And as always, have a good day.